That game one style, where we see something different. Let's jump into that game right now. Down here in the bottom right, in the blue, the Zerg player looked good in that last game. Can he keep it up? Stark.
And now Protoss player to the top left. It is Trap.
Yeah, kind of getting trapped in his own build in that last game.
Well said. I agree completely. We're going to see that pile on top of the ramp, so it might very well be a gateway expand.
Yeah. Saw that out of Super a couple of times, I think.
How will Dark play this one? Is he going to go for that hatch first? He's going to play it safe, maybe go for that 15 pool.
I would love to see Trap kind of just go back to that, go back to the basics of what the meta is these days. Just make a bunch of Blink Stalkers and Sentries. Try to attack at that third base. Force field off. You can get a lot of nice force fields down there between the hatchery and the wall. That little rock in the middle, or that hole, I guess you can call it.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of different ramps on this map as well. You can try to force field the natural ramp of the Zerg. That's what I'd like to see, at least.
I'd like to see that. See if Trap can weather the storm of this 14-14 Spieling aggression.
Ooh.
Yummy. We'll see. Well, he's going to get a nice scout off on it at the very least. Most likely before he can commit to any sort of nexus on the low ground. We'll see if he throws down a couple of gases, tries to block off the top of the ramp and go for a safer style, or is he going to go for that nexus anyway? He sees it. What's this probe going to do? Going to throw down that nexus. All right.
In the face of danger.
Yeah.
Trap throws down the nexus.
Let's see what his kind of reaction to this is going to be, right? He's got to have something planned if he sees this kind of build and throws down the nexus regardless. Is it going to be simply, a forge at the bottom of the ramp? Maybe a cannon with some chrono boosted out zealots?
Yeah, he's got to cut probes and just kind of make a wall as fast as possible.
All right, chrono boost out the zealot. I think we're going to see a cyber down here.
Yeah. You called it, Moonblade.
Yeah. Because he wants to get the Mothership Core out. He wants to try and get a Stalker out if he can, or even a Sentry if the block is complete. I think the next thing would be maybe a pylon and then a forge. I think that'd be a great choice. Still, it's going to be cutting. He's chrono boosting out that second zealot as well. And will it be a gateway, actually? Does he need to make a gateway here to... Yeah, he does. Okay. Guys haven't seen it yet. Just confirming things up here. But he has a complete block off. Still, Lings are going to maybe get a pylon.
Yeah, the Trap thinking ahead. He's made 2 zealots. He will be following up with the Mothership Core in due time. Who bringing a probe over just to make sure he's got that blocked. Third base coming down. Dark is taking total map control. This is, of course, what you can do when you go for this kind of build. Speed has finished.
Yeah, but not really finding any damage whatsoever with it. So Trap, really smartly, knew exactly what he had to do in this sort of situation. And taking absolutely no damage at all. 0 damage.
And even with all the map control that Dark had, he allows this probe to get by, and the probe is going to scout the third base coming down at the same time. So getting some decent scouting information with what he could, with Speedlings out on the map, 8 of them, in fact. We got a bit of a move out from Trap. 3 Zealots and a Mothership Core while he's walling off the front completely.
This is interesting. I mean, we only see 2 gateways on the map at this point. And this is actually could very well get through that pylon.
Uh-oh.
He wants to commit to it. Ooh, man. No?
Oh, he's going to come back for another pass, and he should be able to focus that down, but there are more pylons there to block off.
Yeah, look at that. He had a really great idea with 2 pylons to completely block it off if those links got through. Adding a forge now.
That's the right timing.
Yeah. That's much better timing.
Yeah.
Still, you know, still got a lot of probes to be making, especially in that natural. It's only half saturated at this point. Yeah, I feel like we're just going to see that sentry into third base with +1, into Blink Stalkers, into a lot of aggression. Not a bad choice considering where Dark is right now. He is pretty behind. Supplies are essentially even. The worker count is pretty in favor of Trap right now as well. Something you never want to see as a Zerg player at this stage of the game.
Yeah. Dark puts down a Roach Warren. How much is he going to drone up, though? Is he just going to let that be, or is he just going to start pumping out some drones once he hits about, or not drones, roaches once he hits about 50 drones?
I think we're going to see the same thing we saw game 1. I think we're going to see 10 to 12 roaches come out and just mass speedling, try and cancel the third base. And I think we're going to see Trap look for that exactly. Ooh.
That's not a tight wall. There's a little hole in there.
Yeah. He could warp in there at any point there.
Yeah. 5 roaches is the choice, as well as a bunch more speedlings. He's got 10 left out on the map. And here we go. Looks like there is one speedling over there at that third base, so we won't be able to put it down just yet. Oh, he's going to get that probe, it looks like. Nope. Not committing.
Yeah, it looks like Dark hasn't completely saturated his third base either at this point. Gonna go into roach speed from here in an evolution chamber, maybe get a +1.
Yeah, pretty late Evo chamber.
Yeah, it kind of feels like Dark's really playing from behind in a way. Like he's trying to find aggression where he can, but he's found no damage this game at all.
Yeah, he needs to make some Ravagers, I think.
He needs Ravagers right now. Or some Lurkers, you know. A nice Lurker drop while there's no Robotics Bay on the map. It's gonna do a lot of work. Sorry, Robotics Facility.
Hydrogen coming down.
Well, that's your first step to getting Lurkers. Good start. Pretty expensive though, and I mean, with this gas count currently, he's gonna need maybe even a 4th place, maybe 8 gases before he can really go into that heavy sort of Lurker style. I'll keep going with it if you want.
No shame, Moonglade, no shame.
I'll keep going with it, man. I can pretend like it's actually a normal thing. The one thing we're really missing, though, is, as you were saying earlier, Valas, is there's simply no Ravagers on the map right now. And they could be doing so much damage because there's only sentries to defend against this, right?
Big problem.
What a Force is going to do if there's a bunch of Ravagers with some Roach and Ling on the map? We could just simply see a bulldozing from Dark.
Yeah. That's what you get in the beta if you make only sentries. Don't do it. Quick tip.
You die.
Yeah. You got to make other units.
Well, I think Protoss just dies in general at this point. They got to fix it up a little bit.
Yeah. Maybe tell her some numbers.
Sure. Hydra's on the way. Okay. Robotics Bay half done.
Trap was listening to me. He's going for this same kind of style, but he is getting that Robotics Bay at the same time, like you said.
Big commitment to force fields. You guys aren't seeing it. There we go.
Ooh.
Got
Whoa,
a bunch
what
of
happened
lings.
there?
Got a bunch of lings. Murdered a lot of lings. But still, that is maybe a little too many force fields to be using on that kind of thing. But at the very least, I guess, we're not seeing Trap go for that Stalker Sentry all-in. He is going to go for the later tech, which I'm liking a lot.
I wasn't paying attention close enough. By the way, there was a nice scout there in the Hive coming across with some nice hallucinations from Trap.
Yeah, that's probably why we do see that Templar archive so quickly as well.
Yeah. But Swarm Hosts, Locust Duration upgrade during Locust, making its way. And Storm, in fact, going to be researched.
Yeah, he's really setting himself up for that late game. Going to be ready for anything. And we did see Swarm Host last game, so he's probably thinking to himself, yeah, this is probably the style that Dark wants to play again, especially in this kind of map. So, yeah, I like it a lot. I like where both players are sitting right now. It's going to be coming down to a lot of positioning and fighting, and Dark really needs a lot more creep spread if he wants to be aggressive with these Swarm Hosts. Cannot be going out in the middle of the map. No creep. Can get things pretty ugly.
Creep spread has been, the creep spread has been not so good this game. Glad you point that out. It's kind of like one line from third base, one from the natural.
Yeah, like
that's about it. There's
two
like one
active
tumor.
Yeah, who did that? Who did that yesterday? There was one person that just did it every single game. I think
Symbol?
Yeah, it was Symbol. He literally did like 2 tumors every game, and that was all his creep spread, and it really affected his game.
Ooh.
Oh.
That was so close.
Oh.
5 health.
Damn.
Sorry, Observer.
Still not going to be an easy fight for Trap either there. Everything on lockdown, essentially.
Yeah, I think he's got to back off. Just secure that 4th base.
I'd love to see a second Robo. And maybe a Stargate going into like Tempest maybe a little bit later if he needs to.
Yeah. This is part of the reason why we see these longer games in PvZ on this map, because that 3rd base is not the easiest to put some damage on just because it's so far away.
Ooh, another bad fight here.
Yeah, this is not the best position for Trap.
Oh my goodness.
Gets cut off by some Locusts even.
That's like the worst sort of thing you could ever have. That's like a death trap. You throw away everything for free. And there's nothing here to defend against it except a sentry with full energy.
Free War Prism. Man, that's never going to happen in Legacy of the Void ever again. No more sad Zergs.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be a lot of happy Zergs, man.
Big warp in. He's defended that, but like, what about his 4th base? There's nothing there. Could be an easy just walk over, focus that down with these Locusts.
Guaranteed, essentially, I think. We're going to see Trap go for a hard counterattack, I think. And he's going to run into the Locusts. He can't get rid of them, though.
Big blink now. He's keeping his High Templar alive for the Storms. A lot of Hydras in this mix. If they get stormed, man, out on the map like this, could be in some danger, but he's just going to go for a counterattack. He's not going to fight this straight up. Sending a lot of units over to the 3rd base, some to the front of the natural. And at the same time, Trap coming in here to the 4th base in the middle. Nothing to stop him there. Same for Dark. Seeing like a mini base trade situation.
Could get into a big one pretty quickly. We need to see more weapons, and we need to see a Cybercore be remade for Trap as well, as he did lose that. So he's going to be able to warp in Zealots with the few Stalkers that he actually has. He might be able to clean this up pretty efficiently. And that's a lot of Corruptors with this army as well.
Yeah, I really like Dark's position, actually. He's cut down so much of the economy of the Protoss. He's killed 44 probes. Now with all these Corruptors, like you said, if you can shut down the Colossi, maybe even take out that Observer. There's only one Observer.
Well, I mean, even if he gets rid of the Colossi, there's still Storm, right? So he can Storm through a few waves of Lucas so long as he keeps the Templar alive. Things are going to be very hard for Dark, and I think Dark is just too far gone at this point. The composition for Trap is way too strong. He's going to get another base at the very least.
Big force fields there. That's pretty key right now for these Swarm hosts. You know, of course, right now Trap can't see them, but it doesn't matter if he could just force field that ramp forever.
Yeah, he can force field a lot more times. He can actually get rid of this hatchery if he wants to, but I think he's a little too paranoid. Well, not too paranoid, actually. He's going to be able to blink out after this.
Yeah, he was scared, but eventually does go for it.
Gets everything else, the fragile units, away. And he's completely stabilized. His economy fairly intact. That natural needs a few more probes. The main base, the main nexus disappeared, but there wasn't much left either.
So right now it's like 2 base versus 2 base, and both players might just reset. I mean, Trap is building up a lot of units. He's even getting Dark Templar tech.
Yeah, he looks like he's kind of gearing up to just kill, which isn't a bad idea considering how fragile this army of Dark is.
He's got
a
lot of Storm, and now 3 Colossi, some Archons mixed in. This is a super strong Protoss army.
Yeah, this is a death ball, essentially. Like, it's everything he needs to get rid of any sort of amount of Locust.
Yeah. Including Dark Templar.
Oh, yeah.
I think he morphed in 1. I think it's a little red dot heading towards those back rocks. Or maybe just checking that other 4th base. That eastern base. Observer's not going to show it.
He can show it, man. We got 10 foremost on the map for now. And he's going to try cancel this 4th base again, or the middle base. Guess it's not a 4th anymore. There we go. No cancel there.
Kind of falling apart at this moment is Dark. Whereas Trap has really regained everything, just kind of gathered himself, made a really strong death ball. And he's looking to put on the hurt.
And the composition we have from Dark is like, we've only got a handful, or not even a handful, like 3 corruptors at this point. And then Roach Hydra, which is not efficient against this composition whatsoever. Storm plus Colossi means they're not going to do anything in these fights. 3 Colossus at that. Here we go. Just going to storm these a couple of times.
Oh boy.
And take out that hatchery, and he is so far ahead. Looks like he wants to maybe push the issue on top of these swarm hosts instead, though.
He's got an observer this time. Trying to snipe it out is Dark, but he's just storming the swarm host even.
Ooh.
Going for the observer. Some nice grabs on the Colossi, but a blink forward. Oh man, the Protoss just has too much stuff, I think.
Oh, look at all these DTs come in as well. Help close out the deal. And I'm guessing that observer went down, so...
Yeah.
Oh, there's another one.
There's another one. Okay.
Needs to get rid of these swarm hosts if he wants to finish the job.
And there you have it. GG. Trap is going to win game number 3. And he's just one step closer to taking this series. That was a scrappy game, man.
Yeah, it was.
Going back and forth.
That was a great game, actually.
Yeah. Kind of a base trade in the middle there.
Yeah, I like that.
Some more dark brown piss for Trap.
That's what I was thinking about.